What's up, y'all? Got this Jim Dandy coming up here on Saturday. Last week we had a big race. The Haskell Maximum Security came away with a big victory in that one after a little bit of controversy. I liked the performance out of Mucho Gusto in that one, so hopefully we'll see them back in the Travers. But the winner of Saturday's race and the Jim Dandy's probably going to end up in the Travers as well. So let's look at who we got here. The number one Laughing Fox. All right, he's out of Union Rags. A decent breeding in this horse. He's been a little bit of an underperformer recently. Santana Jr.'s riding him. He's ridden him most of his career. He's trained by Asmussen. He really hasn't been able to score any big wins. He had a win in the Oaklawn Park Invitational. Barely got that one done. Decent time, 149 for the mile and an eighth. But he came out next in the Preakness. He was fifth in that one behind War of Will, 3 lengths off the leader. Once again, not a bad performance. He just doesn't seem to have what it takes when it comes to getting across the finish line before some of these other top-tier horses. So let's see. Maybe he'll prove me wrong in this one. He's definitely got a good opportunity coming up here, as this is back at 9 furlongs. Now, number 2, Tax. Tax at 8-1. Irad Ortiz Jr.'s riding him again. His last outing was in the Belmont Stakes. Now, he was 4th in that one, beaten by Sir Winston. I think the mile and a half just proved to be a bit too much for him to keep up a continuous speed. Kentucky Derby, 15th in that one. Once again, that mile and a quarter was too much for him. Now, in the Wood, he was 2nd. Ran behind Tacitus. I did not like the time in that race. I thought they ran pretty slow, seeing as how it was a pretty quickly paced race. But they finished very slowly, finished in 151 and change. But Tax was able to come in 2nd there behind Tacitus. So now that they're back at this 9 furlong distance here, we'll see if maybe he's going to run a little bit better, run a little bit faster. He's got a good workout time at 47 seconds breathing coming out in his last workout coming into this one. So perhaps Tax is in good shape, best shape of his life, and he's ready to get it done here with this shorter distance. Number 3, Mijos, 15-1. Junior Alvarado's riding him now. He got a win in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes. All right, mile and 137, decent win, but he hasn't done much since then. Ran in the Holy Bull, he was 5th there. Then he ran in the Dwyer, he was 4th in the Dwyer. So while he didn't run too terrible in those races, he didn't run well enough to hit the board. So because he got that win in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes, you know, he ran in the Dwyer. He's back here in the Jim Dandy trying to hit the board and earn his spot into the Travers. That's what he's going to have to do. It's going to be tough for this horse. I don't know if he has enough speed, even though he looked like he was a little bit faster in the Dwyer. He still got beat pretty handily there by, that was Code of Honor. So we'll see what Mijos has for this one here. Like I said, he's 15-1. Oh, by the way, a Laughing Fox was 15-1 as well. I think I forgot to mention that. Number 4. Now, number 4, very interesting horse. Depending on what he does here and what he does with the rest of the year, he could be Horse of the Year. And you wonder why. Now, he didn't run as a 2-year-old, so he's just getting started this year. But Global Campaign, he's only lost 1 race. That was the Fountain of Youth. He was 5th in that one. But he came out in his last race in the Peter Pan, had a great time. Very impressive in that race. I thought we were going to see him in the Haskell, but no, they decided to keep him here and keep him in for keep him in New York for the Jim Dandy. So we got Global Campaign back here. Now he's being ridden by Luis Saez, which is very interesting. If he scores a win here, and Maximum Security is going to the Travers, who is Saez going to ride? That's a very interesting question. If he comes out here with 2 horses, both with only 1 loss on their career, who's he going to take? Probably Maximum Security, I think, probably based on the controversy and the things he went through with that horse, but who knows? But Global Campaign, I think, is a very well-bred horse. He's sired by Curlin. His mother's father's AP Indy. So strong breeding on this horse. He's had some really strong performances. He's at 2-1 now. Not the favorite, but I think he may be the favorite or co-favorite by the time it's over, because Global Campaign looks very impressive, I must say. Now, number 5, Tacitus. He's a Tapit horse. He's the favorite right now at 7-5. Jose Ortiz is riding him. Bill Mott's training him. But as I've said a few times, and I picked him to run second in that Belmont behind Sir Winston, and he did, because he's a great closer. And I think the longer the race, the more it favors Tacitus. Or if the faster the pace, the more it favors Tacitus. However, I don't know if the pace is going to be that fast in this one, and it's not as long of a race as it's going to be as it was in the other ones. So he got his last win in the Wood, but that, like I said, was a very slow time after a very fast opening half. He was 151 in that one. Kentucky Derby, he ran behind Maximum Security, which was a 2:03, not an incredibly fast time. And he was 3 lengths off of that. And then in the Belmont at 2:28, he was a length off of Sir Winston. So he's going to have to really pick it up. He's going to have to stake a lot closer to the pace, I think, in this one, if Tacitus is going to score. Now, granted, he's the favorite. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe he's going to be in a lot better shape. He had a decent workout coming out in the last one. I think it was a 48-second breezing. Okay workout time, but that's the best one he's posted in a long time. So maybe he's just getting into shape now. So we got to look out for, keep an eye on Tacitus, of course, because he is looking to be the strong favorite. Number 6. This is the horse I think should probably be the betting favorite. He may end up being the betting favorite, and that's War of Will. He's at 5-2, Preakness winner. There's still a controversy over the Derby where they say Maximum Security tripped him up or he stepped on Maximum. But at any rate, he didn't run a smooth Derby. I mean, everyone can agree on that. War of Will did not run a smooth Derby. He had a smooth, very, very smooth Preakness, and he came away with a strong win and a good time. 154 mile and 3/16. So he comes out in the Belmont, and I think he really doesn't have the horse for that, and didn't really have the right strategy for that. But at any rate, he was beaten by Sir Winston, a strong closer. Tacitus, another strong closer in that one, and he was 9th in the Belmont, 7 lengths off, nothing to write home about. But hey, I kind of throw those races out. When a horse goes way out of his distance, you can't necessarily say that he's just fallen off. Perhaps he's just not really well built or well trained to run that distance. So War of Will back now at a much more comfortable 1 1/8 here in the Jim Dandy. I think he's probably going to be the betting favorite. Another one is he's probably going to be the only one running up front. There's not too many aggressive horses in this one, so we'll see how it shakes down. I'm going to do some pace handicapping on it, and that's going to be interesting to do this one because, like I said, there's no true front runners in this race. It's only 6 horses, but hey, these are 6 well-trained, well-bred, really strong horses. This year's just been crazy because no one's really been able to pull away at the top. Maximum Security, you say, is the best horse right now since he's kind of rectified his name somewhat since the Kentucky Derby. A lot of people still believe he's the strongest one out there, but I think you could see one of these horses here. If Tacitus makes a comeback and gets a win, you're going to get talk about him. If Global Campaign gets a win, especially if it's a big win, you're going to get lots of talk about him, and you're going to want to see Maximum Security up against, I think, whoever comes away with this win in this race. So stay tuned. Got the other videos on the way, and we're going to break down, do some spotlights and some pace handicapping before I give you the winner.